vanished without a... The history books, they tell of their defeat in 45. They all came out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died. They say the prisoner of Spandau was a symbol of defeat. Whilst Hess remained in prison, then the fascists they would beat. So the promise of an Aryan world would never materialize. So why did they all come out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died? The world is riddled with maggots. The maggots are getting fat. They're making a tasty meal of all the bosses and bureaucrats. They're taking over the boardrooms and they're fat and full of pride. And they all came out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died. So if you meet with these historians, I'll tell you what to say. Tell them that the Nazis never really went away. They're out there burning houses down and peddling racist lies. And we'll never rest again until every Nazi dies.
Woke up one morning and there were soldiers. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Woke up one morning and there were soldiers. The invasion had begun. Lend me your shoulder, we'll stand together. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Lend me your shoulder, we'll stand together. But I feel my time has come, and if I die here for the resistance, oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. And if I die here for the resistance, you must lay me in my grave among the flowers upon the mountain. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Among the flowers upon the mountain, let me rest among the brave. Someday the people will pick the flowers. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Someday the people will pick the flowers, and they will remember my name. This is the flower of the resistance. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. This is the flower of the resistance, and those who died for liberty. This is the flower of the resistance. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. This is the flower of the resistance, and those who died for liberty. This is the flower of our resistance, and those who died for liberty.
From all of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
My daddy was a miner and I'm a miner's son, and I'll stick with the Union till every battle's won.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
They say in Harlan County there are no neutrals there. You'll either be a Union man or a thug for J.H. Blair.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Oh, workers, can you stand it? Oh, tell me how you can. Will you be a lousy scab or will you be a man?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Don't scab for the bosses, don't listen to their lies. Us poor folks haven't got a chance unless we organize.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
I was born in a Dublin street where the Royal drums do beat, and the lovely English people walked all over us. And every single night when they tell come home tight, he'd invite the neighbours out with this chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like Galloway from the green and lovely lace of Gillishandra. Come tell us how you slew them old Arabs 2 by 2. Like the Zulus, they had knives, bows, and arrows. Of how brave you faced one with your 16-pounder gun, and you frightened all the natives to the marrow. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like Galloway from the green and lovely lace of Gillishandra. Come let us hear you tell how you stand the brave Parnell and taught them well and truly persecuted. Where are the stares and jeers that you proudly let us hear when our heroes of 16 were executed? Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like...
Hello there, hello there, hello there everybody. How the devil are we all? I am too fucking hot, but otherwise fine. And thank you for asking. Oh. How are we all? Are we well? It's too fucking hot. It's still too hot. Can the weather please fuck off a bit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like just chill the fuck out. There's no need. I would very much like to speak to the manager of weather, please. Put in a formal written complaint. Anyway. Yes, it is apparently my my Twitch affiliate anniversary, which means I believe you have to give me money. That is the way it works. It's my Twitch birthday, and I'll cry if I want to. At wasting my fucking life. You can help the stream out if you so wish with bits messages, and you can subscribe. You can. What else can you do? Super chats via the Streamlabs link below. If you're on YouTube, you can do super chats, and you can subscribe for free, but you can become a member for 99 of your Earth pence, and all of that sort of thing, if you wanted to. Don't worry, Kev. Burnham wants to drill for more oil, which helps the climate. Literally. Well, maybe we should just accept our fate and just go drill, baby, drill, and just drive towards the cliff edge. Fuck it, why not? Accelerationism, bitches. Time is the fire in which Kev burns. That is deliciously poetic, and I have absolutely no idea what the fuck it means. Ah. By the way, we have had a bit of a disaster with the soundboard. Most of the sounds don't work anymore. Is Helena joining? There's no plan for that. Yeah, so we've got the ones that do work. Thankfully, to sum up my reaction to losing most of the noises, this one does work. We also have a personal favourite. We also have this one, which I very rarely use.
Finally, those capitalist pigs will pay for their crimes, eh? Hey, comrades, eh?
Thankfully, the two fascists survived.
Epic dub.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
Yeah, and those are the ones that remain. I believe I'm right. Oh no, and this one, bizarrely as well.
It stimulates the part of the brain called Shatner's bassoon.
Those are the only ones that still work. So basically, what I've decided is I'm just going to wipe it and start again. Because I don't know why they're not working now. But either way, yeah, I'm going to just start a completely fresh board. Fuck it. I think I am definitely going to keep the USSR anthem bit though, because that's funny. Whenever they go, oh, this person's a communist, and you just play the thing, it's funny. That's still amusing to me. And so I will. No foreignese in chat, goddammit. I need to get throbbing back on. Is my reaction to that. Thank you to Bickerton with being a member for 4 months on the YouTubes. Thank you, Carl, as well, for gifting a couple of memberships on the YouTubes. Much love to you. Absolute leg end. Thank you to... what happened there? Idiosyncrasy, who... I don't know how that's happened. I've only had one thing there, which is you resubscribed with Prime for 13 months. Much love to you. God bless. But for some reason that started a hype train. Is it because of the anniversary? Is Twitch being nice to me? You just assaulted me. Yeah, that's a loss. Bunch of fascist slags. There's some fucking belters. But I'm just going to start fresh and see where we go. Some might, you know, be grandfathered over, but I don't know. There's no immediate plans because I only found out about an hour ago when I turned the computer on and looked at it, you know. Anyway, yes, we're on a hype train. If you make the hype train go choo-choo to the next level, I will finger everything. Bigotry is fine if you don't say bad words. I don't want to watch Peter Coffin. I honestly... Thank you, 255, for the suggestion. I don't want to watch that man. He fucking annoys me. Because everything he says is phenomenally disingenuous. And he might be the person most firmly stuck up his own arsehole. That meme doesn't make any sense either, 255. So I'm not even going to bother with it, but thank you. Finger the Labour Party because it's dead. No! It's the Burnham Renaissance is going to happen. Honest.
Epic dub.
It's a limited number of sounds today. I apologise. We're just going to have to make do and mend. Anyway, yes. So, chat. Let us not fuck around for too much longer. Finger the. Oh yeah, I suppose I could do Anne Widdecombe. Yeah. But it doesn't look like we're going to get there anyway, so who knows? Look, clearly you don't want me to finger the corpse of Anne Widdecombe. Which is, you know what? Speaks poorly to you, chat. Speaks very poorly. What is this? Antifa and the global threat from the far left. Maybe 255. Maybe. Maybe. Truly, he is the second coming of the moral case for socialism, TM. True. But he's got a Lancashire accent, which means it's totally fine that he's going to fuck over the disabled. Yeah, awesome stuff. Thank you, Phantom of Black. 42 months on the Twitch machines. That is too many months. Seek immediate medical intervention. And thank you, Dr. Phil Decker, with 100 bitty bits. Much love. Annoyingly, we are 1% short of 69%. Did Kev throw a water bottle in the general direction of a woman? A water bottle? The fuck are you talking about, Matt? I don't know what that means. Villa have a bad sponsor now, do they? I don't even know who their sponsor is. Is that a thing I should be aware of? Visit Rwanda? No? Aston Villa have announced a new front of shirt sponsor, which is Visit Rwanda. Is that bad? Should people not visit Rwanda? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that. Look, I mean, people shouldn't support Aston Villa for any number of reasons. You know, the fact that they're literally fetid scum, the worst club and set of human beings, technically, that have ever existed. But I don't know that specifically what's the Visit Rwanda issue? It's Africa's Israel, basically. Oh, is it? Oh, I've got no idea. I know they've been doing some fuckery in Congo, but I thought that was just a tour. Look, isn't Visit Rwanda just a tourism thing? I don't know. Anyway. Thank you, Castrix Defiance, with 7 months. Much love to you. Much love. And thank you, Bilderberg, with 63 months, who says, gotta finger Anne now. I do have to finger Anne Widdicombe, which will definitely be the first time I've ever encountered her dead body. Ever. So, you know, I'm just saying, this will be new territory for me, completely. So, the first time I've ever stared into her dead, lifeless eyes and become slightly aroused. It's the first time, chat. And the first time, yeah, technically, can you take someone's virginity after they're dead? Is that a thing that can happen? What a question! What a question I've just asked to an audience of people. Can you take someone's virginity after they're dead? Fucking Christ! Look, I use the word degeneracy as a joke, right? Whenever I say, oh, you're a degenerate, it's a joke. But that question actually is kind of degenerate, right? Because you're talking there about fucking a corpse and essentially sexually assaulting someone from beyond the grave. Which, even as a hypothetical, is rough. Asking that put you on a list? Probably. Yes, I imagine it probably does. But there we go. Oh no, I've got an even worse joke now that you've mentioned the word hymen, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. I'm not, chat. Thank you, Doctor. I don't know where I got Doctor. It's not in your name at all. You might be a doctor, but I don't know. John 1987 Watson. Much love to you. Am I on Twitch? I am on Twitch, yes. I'm at KF Logan 1875 on Twitch. Because my branding game is on point, by which I mean terrible. Kev, go and sit in the corner and think about what you've done, but I'll just get even more aroused. What I need to do is stream to distract me. Partner Push 2023. Right, okay. So, chitty chats and kitty cats. I think we've got all the important business out of the way. We've dealt with the concept of post-mortem virginity loss, which of course is the big issue of the day. So now we're on to frivolous matters. I don't know really what this stream is going to be about. I asked a few days ago for people to just give me suggestions of things to watch. And I never did it because I was tired and it was too hot. So I mainly went to bed. But now we're going to do it. So whatever this stream is going to be, whatever you made it. So if it's shit, it's on you, chat. Know that much. Here you go, Kev. What is this? Oh, we already played Mr. Jambo the other day. Oh, with Christo. But thank you for the suggestion. Thank you everyone for the hype train. I've got to go to Somerset now for the first time ever. To meet Anne Widdecombe for the first time ever. And to enact violence upon her for the first time ever. These are jokes, police. The police, these are jokes. Please do not arrest me for a joke. It's a fucking joke. Jesus Christ. Have you heard his British rap song? I have. It's honestly not that great. But, you know, Americans doing British stuff's always annoying. You're going to do a tier list of Burnham's cabinet picks? You want me to do a tier list of Burnham's cabinet picks, chat? Would that be a thing of interest to you? I could do, I suppose. We are getting another heatwave. What do you mean we're getting another heatwave? How is this not a heatwave? Is this the bit that isn't a heatwave? Am I experiencing the chilly bit? As I'm sat here with my titties swaying in the no wind that's happening. I'm sweating my bollocks off. This is ridiculous. I've got the window wide open. I've got no t-shirt on, no socks. I've got a pair of underpants and a tiny pair of shorts. Not like hot pants, just like something that won't be hot. And I'm sweating. I'm sat here sweating with a fan on. And this is the nice chilly bit. I'm going to wish it was this temperature tomorrow. Like, fuck's sake. Oh, Helena already did one. Oh, I'll leave it then. Because, let's be honest, if she did one, she did a better one. So, there's no point in me bothering. Did that guy who was going around France in a camper van ever get back? Is he deceased? I presume he is now toasted. I presume he is now a melted mess somewhere in France. Perhaps. I don't know. It's pretty fresh around here. Well, stop. There's no need to rub it in. Thank you, usernameless entity, for taking my very awful question very seriously and answering correctly that, of course, you can't lose your virginity after you're dead. Because, for a start off, no one ever has virginity. It isn't a thing. It's a concept that people made up in order to try and enforce a certain kind of sexuality upon people. There are people who have had sex and people who have not had sex, but there is no such thing as virginity that one can take away, or indeed have taken away from oneself. It's bullshit. So when I ask the question, I'm asking it knowing that the very premise of it is absurd. Because you can't really take away someone's virginity when they're alive. Anyway. Not that it's particularly relevant, but there we go. An introduction to Mormon anarchism. What in the living fuck have you sent me this for? In this paper, I wish to show that the consistent application of the principles expounded in Mormon scripture should lead a person to become an anarchist. In other words, every Mormon should look forward to the abolition of government and the building of a socialist society based on free association and mutual cooperation. Attempting to argue such a case may seem perplexing, given the generally pro-capitalist, pro-government, pro-war stance of many American Mormons today. Yeah, obviously. What a load of old shit. How does one explain the concept of unjustifiable hierarchies within the framework of an organisation that thinks that black people are like intrinsically evil? I know they've officially given up on that bit, but you can't just ignore bits of your scripture. It's there. In the same way that Christians ignore the fact that they should also follow the kosher laws, but they just went, nah, fuck it, bacon's lovely. But they should. Jesus literally said he did not come to make new law. So, no working on Saturdays or Fridays, whenever the fuck it is, and no bacon, bitches. Like, Kev, do you think the Smashing Hymens would be a good band name? That sounds. The Smashing Hymens is definitely has to be like a punk band from 1979. It has to be, surely. Paul said Jesus was wrong. Yeah, but Paul also said that marrying Yoko was good. So, you know. Is that the most blasphemous joke I've ever done? Probably. Probably. Anyway, the first one up on the list is how Israelis are colonizing the world. My cousin was in Buster Hyman and the Penetrators. Well, what a band name that is. That screams garage punk band.
Homeowners in council tax bans.
Shut the fuck up, advert. Did Jesus have brothers and sisters? I don't think so. Is the answer. Yeah, I don't think so. Have you lingered Jesus yet? I have not lingered Jesus. I also not fingered Jesus. But if you give me lots of money, I will do so. That'll raise him from the fucking dead. Happy affiliate anniversary. Well, thank you. I presume Twitch is telling everybody that that's the case. Because, like, Twitch told me to tell everyone that was the case. And I declined to do so. So Twitch has ignored me not wanting to tell you that. Not out of any, like, principle that I didn't want you to know. Just I didn't think it was important. And therefore, what's the point in me, like, going, oh, it's a Twitch affiliate. Because I don't give a fuck. And neither do you, right? It's fine. But Twitch has gone, no, fuck that noise. Every time someone comes on, I'm going to tell them that it's the happy affiliate anniversary. So why did you bother, Twitch, if you were going to do it anyway, you fucking cunts? Finger God? Why would I finger myself? Ayo! Serious topic.
Israelis aren't just settlers in Israel. They're moving and colonizing the world.
Parts of their town are being taken over.
Pushing local limits in Thailand.
Zionist territories in the north of Cyprus.
From backpacking trails in South and Southeast Asia.
Children are backpacking, disappearing to the world.
To quiet European mountain towns, you'll find Israelis. We've mostly seen them take two forms. The war criminals fresh from service.
Then they go to detox in India.
And the liberals fleeing what they claim is a failing democracy. On the surface, they couldn't seem more different. But watch how they move through the world, and you can see how Zionism produces a particular relationship to land and other people. One that is exploitative and violent, and that is not limited to Palestine. Between the two, one shows us how settlers act, and the other, how they think. For decades, tens of thousands of young Israelis have been going to South and Southeast Asia every year. It's a rite of passage for recently discharged soldiers known as the Big Trip.
Going from one fascist government to another. Interesting. Hey, everyone go and follow a couple of books. They're in chat. They're on YouTube. They're good people. What are they saying? Should I be certain? I can't see what's been said. Sorry.
See, when Jewish Israelis graduate from high school at 18 years old, most of them are required to serve in the occupation forces. And after spending 2 or 3 years,
it's just so psychopathic. Just calmly lighting your cigarette as you blow up someone's fucking house. Like, that's just demonic.
many Israelis take months off afterwards to backpack, party, do drugs, and find themselves.
עשיתי מעצר בחברון, עשיתי אחת מלחמת לבנון, עשיתי את הודו, בצפון עשיתי כמעט את הכל, דרמסלה מנה לי ואין על כסול אבל...
India is one of the most popular destinations. So popular that Israelis have their own backpacking route, the Hummus Trail.
Places such as Dharamkot, Old Manali,
The Hamas Trail? Surely not.
Shisht and Kasol have nearly half of their population of Israeli nationality.
Street signs in Hebrew, cafes serving fresh falafel and shakshuka.
One town called Kasol has been nicknamed Little Israel. Institutions like Chabad and others have also set up shop on the trail.
He's one of a number of rabbis sent from Israel, the United States, and Canada to help young Israeli tourists traveling in this land of gods and goddesses to stay in touch with their Jewish roots.
An Israeli who runs a Jewish cultural center in one of the
Heaven forbid anyone get any outside influence whatsoever. Cool.
villages said, quote, "There's something in India that allows for wild freedom, like the Wild West. A sense that they can do whatever they want, be that smoking weed, driving without a license, or making noise. This is what they seek here, and many of them do exactly that, moving through communities across the region as though the usual rules don't apply."
Because they don't, because they've been raised to believe themselves to be better. Even the liberal ones, even the liberal Zionist raised within the Zionist entity, have been inculcated with the concept of Jewish supremacy. They may think of themselves as more enlightened or whatever, but ultimately it's deep within inside themselves. That's what fascist governance tries to do.
कई ऐसे कैफेज हाईलाइट हुए हैं जो ओपनली इंडियंस को एंट्री डिनाई करते हैं.
Locals say their livelihoods are under threat from Israelis working on tourist visas and running businesses without permits.
Some Israeli tourists are said to leave rented motorcycles on the roadside when gas runs out. Of all foreign visitors, only Israelis have managed to build a religious center where they hold parties and celebrations.
This town is completely overrun with Israelis. I'm talking 3-to-1 ratio.
Alongside reports of several businesses illegally run by Israeli citizens.
Smoking weed in hospitals, barring ties from certain businesses, hotels and public spaces. Wait.
Barring Thailanders? Thai people, whatever, from businesses and public spaces in Thailand. There's your colonizer mentality, friends.
They've been barring Thai citizens from places in Thailand? How does that work?
I'll do what I have to. The Odyssey is the number...
Well, they've been doing that with Palestinians in Palestine for decades. It works exactly the same way, I imagine.
One movie in the world. The Odyssey.
It's woke!
It feels this good to be Which recommended 8 years running. AJ Bell. Feel good investing.
I should get paid for that
Obnoxious tourists come with many passports, and towns accommodating foreign visitors exist all over the world. But with Israeli tourists, there's something else at play. The disregard for local law, the entitlement, the disrespect. Where does all this come from? To understand the tourist, you have to understand the culture that produced them. One of the most important words to understand in Israeli society is friar, usually translated as sucker.
You see, in Israel, being a fire doesn't just mean you're easily fooled. It's more about missing the chance to cut corners, dodge rules, or get ahead by any means necessary. In a society where bending the rules is often seen as savvy, being a fire means you're the one who plays it straight, and that's not a compliment. In fact, being called a fire is one of the worst insults out there.
Join the back of the line. No, they're reserved.
Throw my shirt on the floor.
There doesn't seem to be shame about exploiting someone else. The shame is in allowing yourself to be exploited. That mentality is so ingrained, it has another name as well: the success method.
So I have a tiny dog named Lily, and I like to go on errands with her. When I went into my local Shukersal grocery store, they told me that I had to hold her if I wanted to come in. So the next time I went there, I looked for the person that told me this. When I couldn't find them, I put her on the ground like I wanted. So what was I doing that's just so Israeli? It's called Shitat Tzuriach, which translates to success method.
You were being a cunt. You were being a pointless little cunt. The rules don't apply to you. It's not success method. It's called being a cunt. Simple. That is what you were doing. No, I can't. See, this would have been perfect for melt. But yeah. The soundboard. R.I.P.
Meaning doing what I want until someone tells me otherwise.
Okay, you want to see how I'm getting in without just standing all this time?
The assumption is that there's no harm in trying to push a boundary. And if
Yeah, because you're a cunt, yeah.
nobody stops you, you've succeeded.
Today, more than 700,000 Israeli settlers live in the West Bank and East Jerusalem.
We can see this philosophy clearly in Palestine, in the relentless expansion of settlements, and in the continuous testing of what the world will tolerate.
Yeah, and because America doesn't really give a fuck, there is no boundary. They're testing a boundary that isn't there.
Pushing these boundaries requires a violence that doesn't remain confined to Palestine. It travels with the settlers.
Go to Gaza and what genocide you do. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Okay.
You love Palestine. I love Palestine, of course.
That's my money, okay? Build your country. Oh, wow. Okay.
After residents of Shargau Island reported unruly and rude behavior from a group of Israeli tourists.
A pro-Palestinian flag hanging outside a cafe in Siargao. A group of Israeli tourists allegedly destroyed CCTV cameras, threw rocks, and violently assaulted the owners.
There's a hostility and aggression so similar across all these clips. One that seems to exist in another form in the colony as well.
Excuse me, I ordered shakshuka.
Oh, and what is this?
Pizza.
And what did you order?
Shakshuka.
And what is this?
Pizza.
In Israel, we don't say, excuse me, do you know where my coffee is? I've been waiting a while. We say,
Yeah, it's called being a cunt. This is just, you're trying to rationalise and explain away you being a fucking prick.
There's this image that Israelis seem to have of themselves, that they're direct, they have chutzpah. Aggression being seen as confidence isn't accidental. For centuries in Europe, Jews were stereotyped as weak, pale, and frail. Early Zionists internalized that image, speaking with contempt about this old Jew, and calling instead for a new Jew.
Literally, which is why, of course, they looked down on the Jews that were massacred in the Holocaust, even though, of course, the Zionist entity uses the Holocaust as its like foundational thing, and will invoke anti-Semitism at the merest hint that Israel has done anything wrong whatsoever, they actually despise survivors of the Holocaust because they were the weak ones. They literally do the civilizational equivalent of, well, skill issue, bro. I would have decided not to get sent to a concentration camp, but I'm just built different. As a governmental policy.
One of a muscular Judaism who was powerful, assertive, and strong enough to colonize Palestine. The contempt for weakness ran so deep that many Holocaust survivors were looked down upon for, quote,
there you go, yeah,
going like lambs to the slaughter. Israel was founded on extreme violence, and none of it was that long ago. The settlers of today are likely the children and grandchildren of the criminals behind the Nakba, who have since carried out many more crimes. So long as it is a settler colony, violence will be its culture, living in the DNA of its settlers. So are we surprised that this behavior is exhibited
You raise a good question. If someone like Bernie or AOC ever actually becomes president, do you think Israel's policy, America's Israel policy, would actually change? Not in the short term, because I think Israel would probably assassinate that person. If any person tried to actually fundamentally change that dynamic, they would be assassinated. I think the thing would happen is that, or the thing that will happen is that eventually the entire world would become so sick of Israel that things will have to change. It might have to be a more gradual thing than just like cutting off all the money right away, but like there's only so long it can continue for. And the problem is, of course, that they might have enough time within that framework to build the Greater Israel and kill all of its enemies anyway. So who knows? It's a grim thought, but it's perfectly possible, unfortunately.
abroad? There's another place in the world where we can more clearly see how they think. A place that isn't exotic and different, but among people they recognize as their peers. And it's here where a different kind of settler lives, one who is polite and by the book, and who reveals how Zionism sees any land, regardless of the race of who it belongs to.
Smell like you own the moment, no matter the circumstances.
Shut the fuck up. Fucking adverts all the bastard time.
See him today, right?
That's right, honey. We're going to the city where he works to surprise him.
Yay! Dad's over there.
Nestled beneath the Italian Alps is a region called Valsasia. Known as the greenest valley in Italy, it's a landscape of forested mountains and quiet towns.
It's not even that beautiful or anything. It's boring, I reckon. What's that? A few rugged mountains and some trees and that? Rubbish. I'm not even fucking jealous that people actually get to live there.
It's also becoming home to a growing community of Israelis.
Minacciano il sindaco, ma il vero bersaglio sono le famiglie israeliane trasferite in Valsesia.
Vanno a scuola con i nostri ragazzi, fanno calcio, fanno sport con i nostri ragazzi.
Un'oasi di pace minata da questo proiettile recapitato direttamente in comune.
They're part of an initiative called Progetto Beta, launched by an Israeli-Italian, which has already brought in 80 Israeli families to the region. The arrangement is presented as a win-win. Valsasia was suffering from demographic decline, and these Israelis were looking for a new place to call home. They're middle class, educated, very secular, and believe that Israel was once a democracy that is now crumbling. Not because of the genocide or apartheid settler colonialism, but because this Zionism doesn't fit with their fantasy of what it should be. This group of settlers are what's known as liberal Zionists, and to understand them, we need to understand why they left. It began in early 2023.
Protesters blocked roads and scuffled with police in Tel Aviv on Wednesday morning, incensed by a controversial plan to overhaul the Israeli judicial system.
Born in Israel, I fought for 30 years in this country to save this country. Now I'm fighting against the dictatorship that's going to happen.
A judicial reform had hundreds of thousands of Israelis out in the streets, mostly secular Jews. They're the largest group in Israel and are the backbone of its economy.
Unfortunately, many of my friends check the options in other countries.
I will not raise my kids in a country which is not democratic.
Fearing the collapse of what they believe is Israeli democracy, many began leaving to settle elsewhere. That's when Project Beta began. This article starts with a quote written by one of the settlers. As the number of hours of light in their country's democracy keeps diminishing, more and more Israelis are arriving in the mountainous valley in
A new Alpine Israel. Awesome.
their search for a new start. Underlying all this is a layer of pain, the pain of good Israelis, who believed that after 2,000 years they could rest on their laurels, but were now taking up the wanderer's staff once again.
God almighty, it's all so fucking weird. Again, the Israeli education system has destroyed these people's brains. Like, who talks about themselves, other than fascists, who talks about themselves as like a part of a lineage of 2,000 years? That are we taking up the wanderer's staff again? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't get me wrong. Jewish people have been moved around a lot, and of themselves moved in order to avoid any number of pogroms and things, of course. But when these people talk about themselves as like part of that lineage and dynasty, it's because they think of themselves as essentially as Jewish people apart from humanity, because they're supremacists. They're wankers, in essence. Yeah, it is some Gandalf shit, yeah.
Notice how he says good Israelis. The founder of Project Beta uses similar language, saying he wanted to help, quote, good Israelis escape what Israel was becoming. Inherent in all this is a kind of entitlement. If it's not working out here, I have the right to go and try this project elsewhere. Zionism claims it is a movement of return, and yet all these people who acknowledge how essential they are to the makeup of the colony feel comfortable abandoning the project to try it elsewhere. The settler mentality is not bound to Palestine. That was just a convenient narrative. You can hear it.
Yeah, because people forget that the early Zionist movement wasn't set on just Palestine. Like, they talk now as if Palestine was the only option because it's the only homeland Jews could ever possibly have had. But they were more than happy to look at other options. There was a plan for them to have a colony in Africa, which they could have gone to. Someone came up with a crazy plan of taking some of the desert in the west of the United States and making that into a Jewish homeland. Yeah, the early Zionists were basically up for anything. Any plan that would have, a Jewish supremacist homeland that they could expand.
And how they talk about the town they've moved to in Italy. There's something virginal about this place, in the sense of innocent but also open. It wants to be fertilized.
What the fuck? Again, it's just fucking gross way they talk about things. It wants to be fertilized. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like you've got a breeding kink, but as a civilization. Stop it.
Notice that the valley isn't described as an existing home with its own history, which goes back for centuries. And you can hear it in how they talk about Palestine, the land they claim is their homeland. With all due respect for the talk about the beautiful land of Israel, Israel is perhaps beautiful compared to Syria or Saudi Arabia, but Europe and the Alps are a different world.
So, like, yeah, it might be nice compared to the brown places, but this is a white place, which is just better. That's true, Segway. The Balfour was an anti-Semite.
World. This is not surprising when every settler quoted in the article is a settler from somewhere else.
To Eat gives you more. More outfit choices with 20 kilo.
This is a 20-minute fucking video. How have you managed to cram in 3 lots of adverts? Jesus.
Ma molti sono francesi, portoghesi, tedeschi.
To be a settler is to have no relationship with the land. It's just a place to settle. And to feel entitled to it over its indigenous inhabitants takes a certain cocktail of supremacy and entitlement. For one of the settlers in Italy, a life coach specializing in consciousness studies.
That isn't a thing. That's not a thing. What fucking... What? What kind of job is that? Consciousness studies. Does anyone want to tell me what this fucking new age woo-woo bullshit is? Because that seems like, to be put it mildly, a load of shite.
The push to leave the colony came in October 2023. She needs quiet to work. And when she realized that she'd have to give courses from her safe room, she decided to leave.
Oh, so you were fine with the genocide as long as it wasn't coming back to bite you in the arse. Ah, as long as other people are facing the consequences. Ah, I was fine staying in Israel. But me being inconvenienced in any way whatsoever was enough for me to go, fuck this, I'm moving to Italy. Such deep roots they have in that region.
The biggest threat to Israel is religion, and it's a threat that cannot be resolved. And when it comes into confrontation with a conflict over land, that's a place I can no longer live in. There's so much to unpack there, but the biggest takeaway is how far removed she is from reality, and from how she is a settler and not a victim. Where does this victimization come from?
Tens of thousands.
Oh yeah, it's cry bully. They are a nation of cry bullies. They are doing genocide, and yet even the merest hint of criticism of anything they've ever done, you're an anti-Semite. You're oppressing them. You hate all Jews that have ever lived and ever will live. You are basically fucking Hitler.
Of Israeli high school students fly to Poland each year to learn firsthand about the Holocaust.
זה בעיקר מה שאני רוצה להרגיש במסע, את התחושת של לא לסלוח ולא לשכוח.
Israeli children are immersed from an early age in stories of exile, persecution, and catastrophe. Holocaust education begins in nursery school and continues all the way until graduation, all with the undertone that there is the constant possibility that history could repeat itself.
מלבד זה יוצא איתכם גם מאבטחים, יוצאים איתכם מאבטחים, המאבטחים לא יאפשרו לכם
It's right, okay. It's also that is an ugly language. I do have to be fair. I've mocked the Afrikaans language for being grotesque, the German language for being little better, and I've mocked the Dutch for their just we haben ein serious Problem. It's a joke language. We've been through this. That is an ugly ass language. Just listen to the sound of this again.
It
sounds like you'd be covered in phlegm speaking to that person.
שום קשר עם האוכלוסייה המקומית. נפגשו שם אנשים שלא אוהבים אותנו.
זה כאילו היכולת שלנו, שאתה יודע שאף אחד לא סובל אותך, אבל אתה גאה בזה.
לא יודעת, על כל מיני דברים כאלה. ובעצם כשהילד יודע שיש לו שונאים, זה גורם לך איזה סוג של כעס לצד השני, כאב, כעס, אפילו שנאה.
Fresh from learning all of that, by 8
Also, that person's accent was French, right? She sounded French.
18, nearly every Jewish Israeli enters the occupation forces.
Absolute psychopaths.
It's this perpetual victimhood that makes soldiers who have committed war crimes still believe in the Zionist project.
Many of the soldiers this therapist sees say they don't regret their actions.
Most understand very well why we went to war, but for a few it's an issue.
The settlers in Valsesia seem to have problems with how Israel is running. But they still believe, or once strongly did, in the Zionist project. We brought up our children on Zionist ideals because all in all, we believed in the state. We all volunteered for a year of community service and served in the IDF, the miracle that is known as the establishment of the State of Israel and its values of solidarity. All that is vanishing.
Its values of solidarity. The values of solidarity. But just amongst Jewish people. That's the problem. They didn't have a great deal of solidarity with the people they were murdering in the Holocaust. Not in the Holocaust, in the Nakba. There's no solidarity with the people they're genociding right now. The fuck are you talking about?
Most settlers in the article seem to think this way, that the problem is Netanyahu's government, religious extremism, the occupation, not the concept of a settler colonial ethno-state. These people haven't...
Did you see what Helen Mirren had to say about Israel? I didn't. And I'm scared to look, because like I don't want to think less of her if she said something nice. So maybe ignorance is bliss.
Rejected Zionism. They just think it's gone off course. And when the sun sets on one settler fantasy, it rises on another. Italy. Or Greece, Portugal, Cyprus, the US, depending on which group you're in. There's New Israeli Village with the goal of establishing a city of leading Israelis in another country. Another group called New Israel Israeli State Democratic Liberal is looking to make a massive land purchase and is considering Cyprus. Other groups include Israel 2.0.
Jesus Christ! Wow, what a great PR move that is. Israel 2.0. Fucking hell. Also, they do realise that you can't just buy enough land to make a country, surely, right? Or maybe you can, I don't know. Thank you, Bunky Boy, for resubscribing. 9 months you've been with me. Much love to you, my friend. Much flipping love. Helen Mirren stated she had never been a member of a political party, but had wanted to see the defeat of the Conservative Party in the 1997 general election. Israel, here we go. Mirren has visited Israel multiple times, has criticised boycott, divestment and sanctions movement against Israel. She said in 2016 that her connection to Israel goes back to when she volunteered at a kibbutz with her Jewish boyfriend in 1967. In an interview with Israel's Channel 12 in August 2023, Mirren expressed support for the country's existence, stating, "I believe in Israel because of the Holocaust." She said she opposed the direction of the country were taking by the Israeli government and its proposed judicial reform, but also opposed a cultural boycott and remained firmly supportive of the state. Reflecting on her first visit to Israel after the Six-Day War in 1967, she recalled, "I witnessed things that were wrong. I saw Arabs being thrown out of their houses in Jerusalem, but it was just the extraordinary magical energy of a country just beginning to put its roots in the ground. It was an amazing time to be there." Jesus fucking Christ. What a monster. In 2024 and 2026, Miran signed open letters by pro-Israel group Creative Community for Peace, expressing support for Israel's inclusion in the Eurovision Song Contest. Naturally. In May 2026, footage of Miran and Hackford? Who's Hackford? Don't know. Being confronted in 2025 by a pro-Palestine activist in London circulated on social media. The activist said Miran was very happy the Palestinian houses were gone and called her an evil Zionist bitch. The Metropolitan Police said in a statement that they would be investigating an incident as a possible hate crime. Of course they do. In June 2026, the Metropolitan Police said that they would not be investigating the incident after speaking with Miran and Hackford. Miran later said she had been attacked by mistake by a man who was maybe a little overpassionate and maybe mentally not quite stable. She reiterated her support for Israel's existence, but said, evil forces are rising everywhere, even in a country like Israel. How could you possibly repeat the actions of what was done to you as people to others? Crimes against humanity, it's called. Well done, you at least notice they are committing crimes against humanity. But you still support them, so, I mean, get fucked, I guess. Okay, that's Helen Mirren cancelled. Anyone else? Anyone else that I previously respected and admired for their professional achievements that you want to destroy for me? Maybe Nelson Mandela was massively homophobic or something. Come on.
Noah's Ark 2.0 and Plan B.
The anti-Israeli graffiti is found on almost every wall in Athens.
In Greece, there's been an Israeli real estate invasion.
You have actual kibbutzes that are being formed outside of Thessaloniki. You have eco-retreats for IOF soldiers to find rehabilitation for their trauma after genociding.
In Cyprus,
literally, that's still, I think, one of my favourite Frankie Boyle jokes ever. Where he said, the worst thing about America invading your country isn't just that they'll kill all your people, but that 10 years later they'll come back and make a film about how killing all of your people made their soldiers really sad. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Fucking war criminals spa day retreat in Athens. Amazing. What about Katy Perry, Kev? Surely you appreciate her music. No, I fucking don't. Also, she's a twat that went to space with fucking Cock Rocket, didn't she?
Israelis are buying up a lot of property.
The Odyssey.
Woke!
Hey there. Welcome to school.
Why are they trying to push this woke agenda down my throat via advertising? By the way, a fourth ad break in a video that's 20 minutes fucking long.
Βλέπουμε να εξελίσσονται φαινόμενα δημιουργίας κλειστών περιοχών, γκέτο, από υπηκόους του Ισραήλ, με δημιουργία σιωνιστικών σχολείων και συναγωγών.
And this goes all the way to the top. The governments of Greece and Cyprus are acting as Israel's genocidal wingmen. They've become closer than ever in defense, diplomacy, and energy.
They even signed a deal, which actually is quite a colonial one. It gives the right to the Israeli Defense Forces and Air Force to use Greek airspace and Greek territory for practicing war games without even the consent of the Greek government. That's becoming a satellite of another country.
Yeah, pretty much.
Training for war in foreign and unknown territory, with most training actually being carried out in Cyprus.
Across the world, governments are opening their doors to more Zionist presence.
I suppose technically it's not the first time that Cyprus has been used as a base by religious extremists who want to take over the Levant. Because, of course, that was the home base of the Knights Templar initially, wasn't it? And the Knights Hospitaller as well. Christians who wanted to take the Levant, but you know, it still works.
The great irony in all this is that while Israelis travel to detox or find themselves or settle elsewhere because life has become too hard, the Palestinians they dispossess to fulfill this fantasy that they're fleeing from can barely move, not even within Palestine, let alone across the world. There is an entitlement and a violence and a delusion baked into Zionism that doesn't contain itself within the colony's borders. It is a settler ideology, and settlers don't stop being settlers when they cross a border.
In fact, they precisely want to continue to be settlers by crossing such borders.
A special thank you to our supporters on Patreon.
Anyway, yes, you get the idea. That was actually really good. Depressing as fuck, but good. Should we have possibly a slightly funnier one? Should we have a slightly funnier video, I think?
How can I become...
So this is, can I find a husband at a right-wing conference? CPAC GB 2026. Honestly, British conservatism is so up America's arse, it's embarrassing.
I'm a great British woman. What qualities do I need?
Jesus, obviously.
What do I have to do to become a good right-wing woman?
Well, do you love your country?
With women, we need to be very much independent and not depend.
Is that feminism then?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Why isn't she in the kitchen? Why is that conservative not in the kitchen making her husband food? Communism, that's why. See, that's where I should have played the USSR thing, but it's fucking broken. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, I'm at CPAC. It's not as jazzy as the American one, for sure.
And not as well attended, because Liz Truss set this particular nonsense up, because of course she wants to have an American experience of conservatism or something. I don't know. Anyway, and basically, as you can see, not that many people attended. It was pretty bad. Thank you for the solidarity salute there in chat, Bilderberg. I do appreciate your playing along with the bit. Just sing the USSR national anthem. What are the words? USSR national anthem words. Well, that's in fucking Cyrillic. What the Just give me the words in English, you absolute fucking reprobates. Here we go. Right. Little translation of the original. We're not doing post-Stalin. We're doing original, right? An unbreakable union of free republics. The great Rus have sealed forever. Long live the creation of the people's will, the united mighty Soviet Union. Be glorified, our free motherland. Reliable stronghold of the people's friendship. Banner of the Soviets, the banner of the people, may it lead from victory to victory. There you go, salutes in chat.
I went to CPAC USA in 2025. You want to go out? Yeah. Oh, great. I'm looking for a husband.
What's my vibe?
What
looking for my
Hang on, who was that? Was that... Oh no, I thought that was Douglas Carswell, the former MP.
Oh, great. I'm looking for a husband.
What's my vibe? I'm looking for my next ex-wife. What the hell do you think?
I thought I was going to leave with a husband. I genuinely thought I was going to leave with a Republican cowboy.
Well, you need to come back. I don't know why it didn't happen.
Well, no, me neither.
You got to come over to the good side.
Yeah, yeah, I want to be part of the winning team. But the thing is, I am a sinner. So how can I turn things around and become a good Republican or right-wing woman?
As a Christian, first thing I would say is...
Find Jesus.
Find Jesus.
Got it, find
your sins, find Jesus.
Yeah, find a Mexican lad called Jesus and do lots of sex stuff. That's what I'd say.
Is he on Tinder? Look, I'm here because I'm trying to find a husband.
Hang on. Oh, I totally fucked up her line there. That's genius. Hang on.
Or right-wing woman.
As a Christian, first thing I would say is...
Find Jesus.
Find Jesus.
Got it, find...
your sins, find Jesus.
Is he on Tinder? Look, I'm here because I'm trying to find a husband. You're obviously taken. I've followed feminism all my life, and I'll be honest, I'm broke. I'm broke and I don't have any children or a man or a house or anything, so maybe
Same, bitches, same.
I need to swap sides and kind of like...
You mean back to the other side?
Yeah, I need... What, lesbian? No, well, I mean, I tried that.
I thought that's where you was going. I thought that's where you was going.
I mean, I tried it, but I'm not into it. But anyway, that's a different story, guys.
Whatever floats your boat.
Let's have a look at the stands, guys.
It's a very different vibe at British Seapack. Whatever floats your boat.
We've got the Revival, Family, Faith, Freedom.
Come to a church in America, you'll find a real good one there.
Yeah, they've got loads of money in America. That's what I'm excited about. But how can I become a great British woman? How can I do that? What qualities?
What? Why are you asking this American? How do I become a great British woman? Guns? I don't know. What is Tinder? It is a dating app on your telecommunication device. Bitch, you have a house. Well, I do have a house, but I don't have any of those other things.
Do I need? Jesus, obviously.
Jesus, obviously.
Yeah.
And don't be ashamed to speak truth. Don't
What
be
what if I'm a liar, though? What do I have to do to become, like, a good right-wing woman?
Well, do you love your country?
She's funny, this one. I'm subscribing.
Which bits?
The bits that you can be proud of.
Like what? Let's go through them.
Well, you got the Anglo-Saxon heritage, which gave us the court
That's Anglo-Saxon, is it? Okay.
system.
Yeah, that's...
Magna Carta.
What's that one?
Equal. We're all equal to the law. Like whether you're a king, whether you're a peasant, the law applies equally to everybody. We know it doesn't in practice in our society.
But it doesn't now,
but
yeah.
where the origins of it, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, but I don't think it does it? But yeah, sure. In theory, I'd like that.
I don't want to...
Well, in theory, I love my country then, I guess. In theory, I can be patriotic.
Be treated as a second-class citizen. I don't want to be told where I can go, how I can dress, how I can talk. Not against people coming here. I just want people to join in a British society. If I went to live in America, I would expect to join in and be American. And
there's a lot of like
The fuck it. Honestly, conservatism is just wank. It's just like boring white people whinging about shit that doesn't really matter. That's all. It's just brain rotted shit they've heard on GBBs. Anyway. Thoughts on Dan Niddell? The name rings a bell, but hang on. A British tax lawyer, investigative journalist. Oh yeah, I know, I recognise him. Yeah. I don't really have a lot to say about him because I don't know him that well. I'm aware of his existence, but other than that, I've got very little. Yeah. Oh, it's just Needle. Oh, okay. A friend of Akehurst. Oh, okay. Is that what we should? Because obviously Americans don't like me saying the C word, so shall we replace that with friend of Akehurst as a euphemism? I feel that works.
Anti-abortion type vibes. I've had a couple in my life. I'm probably out. I've got one egg left, so like I'm happy to like not do that anymore. Like, what happens to the baby? If we have to have a baby, are the men going to pay for the babies? Do you know what I mean? Does that mean we're going to stop men from like leaving us with babies because they're expensive?
Well, babies are very expensive, but if you have a child,
yeah,
you're obedient. We say the Lord will provide, and in many cases.
Okay, but what about if the Lord doesn't provide? Because that doesn't always happen, does it? Like, people do go hungry. The Lord does not provide. Government programs can provide, but I presume you don't like that bit. Because again, it's not pro-life, it's pro-birth. That is all.
The Lord will provide. And children are a blessing. Children are a blessing from God. And he says, be fruitful and multiply.
I don't like children though. I don't think I should be a mother. I think it's good that I don't have a child.
Oh, yeah, maybe you weren't made to have children.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But what if we get pregnant?
Well, hang on. She did say she'd had 2 abortions, so, like, biologically, clearly she was meant to have children. Unless abortion is part of God's plan. In which case, why do you hate God, Christians? Why are you against God's will that abortions happen? What Gordian knot of madness that is.
Abortion. Their choice. I believe it's their choice. Everybody has a choice.
That's a very lefty view, though.
Everyone is one bad enough day away from becoming the Joker.
You don't actually mean the Joker, you mean a metaphor.
No, the Joker in Batman...
He's bad.
Well, the Heath Ledger's Joker, he's most likely a soldier that was betrayed. So he gave everything to his country and then felt he was betrayed and then just went mad.
You just got to be careful that men go batshit.
It's not even that. Like, anybody can become the Joker. That's the psychology behind it.
Even women.
Yes, especially women. Like,
we need to be
Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, he made it worse. At the end, he somehow managed to make it also a bit weird and sexist. Not only was it like the beginning of a manifesto, let's be honest, right? That opening bit was like... if you were to do a movie about a incel who goes crazy and kills a bunch of people, right? Like, who goes crazy, walks into a fucking school and guns down 20 kids and then shoots himself, right? The bit at the start where he's like explaining the wrongs of society and stuff would be that bit he just said about, like, oh, everyone's just one bad day away from becoming the Joker, and someone says, well, not literally the Joker, and he goes, yes, literally the Joker, and then it cuts to him like wading through people's blood in the school cafeteria. Like, he's literally that. He's the school shooter manifesto god there, right? The internet has poisoned so many people's fucking brains. I swear to God. It's destroyed these people's fucking brains. I could become the Joker. No, what you are is annoyed at stuff. What you are is pissed off that things aren't the way you want them to be. You're not the fucking Joker. Jesus Christ. Honestly, some people have the worst kind of main character syndrome. They really do. Why is it a pop culture reference? Well, it's always a pop culture reference because the right wing, especially right wing men, are deeply, deeply embittered and frustrated human beings. All they have is hate and spite. So they look at characters like, I mean, the Joker is one, or Tyler Durden, the Brad Pitt character from Fight Club. And even though, certainly in the case of Tyler Durden, but I suppose to a degree in the case of the Joker, these are not heroes. These are not meant to be people that you admire. They're interesting characters. They're interesting characters who are fascinating to the development of that universe, that world that exists inside the movie. But they're not heroes, and you're not supposed to view them as such. They're deeply broken and damaged people. Spoiler alert, in the case of Tyler Durden, they're so broken that he doesn't technically exist. He is the psychological manifestation of the other main character. It's essentially an alter ego that he's dreamt up in his mind because he's gone basically fucking mad. And one way in which the movie doesn't tell the story very well is that in the book, in the actual the book Fight Club, the character not only doesn't get away with the bombing doesn't happen, but also ends in a psychological hospital because he's deeply, deeply like dangerous. But in the movie, not only does he do the bombing, but it ends with him shooting himself through the cheek, which kills Tyler Durden somehow, and then he gets to be with Helena Bonham Carter forever. And the bombing happens and everything's fine, apparently. Ridiculous. Absolute nonsense. But anyway, the right wing are so deeply embittered and angry and frustrated and just fucking crazy that they see people like Durden and the Joker and whoever else as heroes. Even though they're supposed to be like cautionary tales. They're not supposed to be people to be admired and looked up to. They're yeah, Rick from Rick and Morty, exactly. Another great example, 255. Yes, Rick from Rick and Morty. Again, a deeply damaged, fucked up individual. Quite brilliant in his own way, of course. But then again, Tyler Durden knows a lot about science and building bombs and building a cult. You know, the Joker is successful to some extent in becoming the Joker. So they have admirable qualities to one extent or another, but they're warnings. They are cautionary tales of what not to become, as Oreos points out in chat. Beadle is Kev's alter ego. Fucking suck my arsehole, mate. Literally make out with my fucking rectum.
Very much independent and not depend on, on men. We need to make sure that we build ourselves, we grow ourselves, we need to look after ourselves first.
Is that feminism then?
I don't think so.
How are we going to get rich? Because I need to get rich.
We need to think of different ideas, like business ideas.
Like what?
Consultancies, whereby you don't just have to invest your mind.
I did a lot of ecstasy in the mid-90s, I've got to be honest. I don't know if much of my mind is left. I'm this close to getting an OnlyFans. I'm this close.
I wouldn't personally do it.
I was thinking feet. I
think it's better than the whole body.
So I really cook well, so I'm thinking of cooking.
Yeah, good.
Start that.
You could start an app.
Yes.
Oh my God, you could start a right-wing cooking app. Are you rich? Because
what would a right-wing cooking app be called? Here's one for you, chat. There's always someone in chat who comes up with a banger. What would a right-wing cooking app be called? There's got to be a funny bit in there. Is this politics? Kind of. We are mocking right-wing people. This is Kev's bot. Literally, we did a thing about Israel a minute ago. It was fucking horrible.
there's a lot of like crypto people here, and I need money.
No, unfortunately, I'm not rich.
Do you have any crypto?
A little bit of crypto.
Oh, do you? Is it too late to get in the game? Do you have crypto, Beardman?
You have crypto?
All the bros have got.
Beardman? Who is? It's someone off camera called Beardman. Okay.
Crypto. I want some of the crypto vibes.
It's always good to diversify. If you have
Dude, I've got nothing to diversify. I've just started a pension last month.
Well, you got to start saving up, save up a little, have money in savings, then start diversifying.
Ready, steady, Kirk. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense, but it's a funny pun. And obviously brings into call, Charlie Kirk's neck turned into a colander of sorts. You know. The third Freich. Okay, that kind of works. White hop. Yeah. Yeah. Master immigrate. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is.
Pensions are scams. Oh God! I'm so late. I'm just gonna have to find a widow. Buy gold. Dude, I can barely buy a coffee.
You like wealth.
Yeah, I'd like some. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for a husband because I hear that they're all providers.
Really? How is this going for you?
Not really very well.
Is that what the fingernails are all about?
No.
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 Because they look very attractive.
Oh, thank you.
I think he's trying to be nice, but that came across a bit weird. A little bit weird.
Are you a widow? Are you looking?
Oh, there we go. Literal communist with the best one. Arbit Macht Frei. I wish I had my fucking the applause had survived on the soundboard, because that's a fucking belter. That works. So, that's fucking genius. Well done. Thank you. See, that's why I want to ask more of those sorts of questions, because there are so many creative, awesome, funny cunts in my fucking audience. I love them. Fucking beautiful.
For a new wife?
Everyone show some love to Literal Communist now, or I will hurt you with love.
Is this an offer?
Potentially, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Tell me, is this going out all over the universe?
All over the universe.
All over that's the most boomer thing I've ever heard. Is this going out over the whole universe? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. Oh my word. All over the U. He sounds like my fucking dad. But with like a posh English accent, obviously, because... Yeah. Oh, Phil, thank you firstly for the donation, and also Master Race Chef. So Master Chef, but Master Race Chef. That works as well. It's not. It doesn't beat Arbit Mac Fry. It just doesn't. That's the winner. That's the winner chicken dinner. Fried chicken dinner, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty good as well. Yeah. Solid efforts.
I think we better discuss this slightly more privately, would you not say?
I feel like I should go home. I felt like I could be like a trad wife, maybe get a man to like pay for my shit. But loads of people were like...
Well, all I'll say is, I think she's a good-looking girl, right? As long as you can put up with me having no money, I will be your husband. Except I won't get married, but we could date or something. Do you like fat poor people? Because that's me. Just saying. Oh, the last dude was totally down for it. He was DTF. Phantom of Black, that doesn't really work, but I appreciate the effort. Thank you.
Start your own business, do what you want with your own body. That's confusing. Whilst other people were like, yeah, you got to find Jesus and no more abortions. So I just feel very confused.
Even again, going against G. Is that guy in pajamas? Is that man wearing pajamas, or am I going crazy? Has this guy just wandered in from like a care home before they've dressed him in the morning? Yeah, he got slippers on as well. That's weird, bro. Strange look.
About what it means to be like a conservative woman in Britain. I think the Americans have a more of a clean-cut way. Guns, Christianity, God, Americana. You know where you stand a bit more. Trying to find a rich widower. A rich widower
Can't
I can
woke,
marry
woke. Nice.
and live in his house when he dies. Where are the rich widowers? I'm looking for a... Are you a rich widower?
Who?
Are you a rich widower?
No.
Oh, I'm looking for one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking for a rich... Are you a rich widower?
Sorry?
Are you a rich widower? No, but I'm looking for one.
Okay. That was actually really good. Should we check out her other stuff? Because that was really fun. Are MAGA men hot? Oh, she literally did. She literally went to...
Why are Republican men better then?
Because they have testosterone and they're real men.
I heard they don't go down on women.
A lot of black guys don't like to.
Actually,
They wouldn't go down on me, except when I was in prison.
I can't cook or clean. So I don't know if I'd be a good...
Order in, honey. Order in.
So I went to America recently to go and talk to Trump supporters about what it means to be American. I rock up at CPAC in Washington, D.C., and I'm absolutely flipping terrified. I'm like, these people are going to hate me, especially the MAGA men. How wrong I was. How wrong
Yeah, because you're white. Yeah, you're fine.
I was. They're very flirty.
Are you married?
No.
No, me neither. Have you ever been married?
You want to go out?
You want to go out?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking for...
Here.
Oh, great. I'm looking for a husband. What's your vibe? Why are you at
Well,
CPAC?
what's my vibe?
What's your...
I'm
What is-
looking for my next ex-wife. What the hell?
She's recycling bits.
I mean, I only date liberals. Granted, it's not going very well.
Why are Republican men better then?
Because they have testosterone and they're real men. There's research showing that Republican men are like they rate like 85% of them say that something like 85% believe that they're masculine and alpha.
Yeah.
Democrats, it's like 15%. It's like
Yeah, you're full of yourself. Yeah, the opinion that conservatives have of anything is irrelevant. That's not even research.
like they're all beta males. They're wimpy and poor Democrat women are stuck with these weird beta males that have no masculinity.
You are wearing a flag as a jacket. Shut up.
And it's a proven fact. It's a proven fact.
I don't know what the proven fact is. I didn't want to ask. It wasn't the time or the place.
You know, you say you're a, what'd you call it? A dominant woman?
Yeah, probably.
So pretend you don't know what a dominant top is, Greg. You're a January 6th, so you've been in prison for 4 years, mate.
So maybe you don't want to go to, Texas because there's more traditional values there.
Yeah, I don't think they would like me.
I hate to say this because I'm from New York, but there's a bunch of wusses up in New York. You can go see if you can, tell them what to do.
Yeah, maybe.
There's fun guys up there that'll let you be the boss.
What do I need to do to find a husband in America?
Texas.
Go to Texas.
Go to a rodeo.
Oh, I like your style.
Actually, the next CPAC, I don't know if you're coming to the next, it's in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I might come just for that. I'm trying to find a cowboy. Trying to find a cowboy. Yeehaw.
Right in on a cowboy. Never mind.
And you have every right to be a wimpy, feminine man.
Yeah.
But I don't think that women or gay men are attracted to that.
Is that why all the
Yeah, gay men are never attracted to feminine men. It's not like I would happily blow out the back of basically any twink ever. It wouldn't happen. I've not done that loads at all. So only the butch. Honestly, if I ever fucked a butch, it would be like I'd need David Attenborough to narrate it, because it would just be a nature documentary of two bears. It would just be two rotting bears. And the hairiness would be weird. We'd get Velcro together. It would be fucking nightmare.
liberal men I date insist on going Dutch?
So, tell me about dating in America. Who pays for dinner?
Oh, with me? I would never pay for dinner.
I know I like
If
you.
I'm going to date a gentleman, then a gentleman's going to take me out to dinner.
I'm bored of having to pretend to want to pay.
No, the Republican men and alpha men, they pay. It's the beta men that don't pay.
Sweet, sign me up. As long as I don't have to cook and clean and be a trad wife, I'm in.
You know, you get a house cleaner for that. I have a house cleaner. I don't clean.
I don't clean.
It's not that much. I mean, in the big scheme of things, it's worth it versus spending all your time cleaning.
I agree with you.
Yeah, housekeepers are cheap, John. For now.
I can't cook or clean, so I don't know if I'd be a good...
A very sleepy rat. That is a very sleepy rat. Oh, look, his little hands. He's got little rat hands. Fuck yes. Yeah. Boop. He is adorable. Rory Cats would have eaten him. No, Rory Cats would have eaten the front half of him and then left the back half for me to clean up. It's had a hard day in Exactly. This motherfucker's been doing 12-hour shifts. Yeah. The only one collecting the rubbish. Fuck yes, rat boy. Fuck yes. Love it. Anyway, well, we were getting through a list of things. I requested Jimothy segment. Okay.
Check out this gorgeous pre-loved cheese.
Okay, what's this? Jimothy is beautiful. I mean, that is true. For those who don't know,
it's not.
For those who don't know what Jimothy is, you're in for a treat, I think.
Every day that you get to see a real-life cryptid, but the raccoon dubbed Jimothy certainly appears to be one.
Jimothy.
He's become an icon around Seattle, as it turns out locals have been filming the little critter getting around. It all kicked off when Kiana Hall posted a clip of a raccoon with the caption, "What am I looking at?"
What am I looking at?
It's a little bowling ball with legs. It's a furry bowling ball with legs.
From there on, she'd dubbed the animal Jimothy, and the name simply stuck as it fits him perfectly. Plus, footage of Jimothy from when he was just a baby has been circulating.
What?
And it's
There's baby Jimothy footage. Good God.
clear he's been attracting the attention of the community far before becoming an international meme. From fan art to starring in baseball games, it seems the raccoon is
Make noise for Jimothy.
fast taking over the world as millions flock to watch him do his thing. It's not as if this specific deformity hasn't attracted attention before, as online celebrities such as Pig the Dog had it too.
Pig the Dog!
Making headlines way back in 2014. The reason Jimothy looks the way he does is because of a condition called short spine syndrome, which literally just means he has a shorter spine than usual. It also turns out that people have a strong affiliation to
Firstly, the fact that you got the tattoo is mental. But secondly, look at that drawing. That's amazing. Jesus Christ. And to be fair, it does look like a cryptid, and I think this is probably how cryptids got started. It was just like a weird looking animal that everyone went, "Oh yeah, I've seen that weird looking animal," and it kind of through the kind of, we call it Chinese whispers. The telephone game, I believe, is the American expression for it. It kind of spirals out of control and becomes like a local legend. Whereas now, because it's filmed, people are like, that's an animal with short spine syndrome, and we call it Jimothy. It's a beautiful thing.
for animals that are unconventionally cute, and whilst raccoons already possess this label for their little grabby hands and goofy characteristics, it turns out Jimothy is the one who turned up the cuteness to maximum level. After all, unique animals have long thrived as icons online.
How is he surviving in the wild? Well, apparently it's not that big a deal. Apparently it's not. It reduces mobility a little bit, But I'm not sure they have much by the way of like natural predators. So it just goes about and does normal raccoon shit in the same way that a raccoon does. Like, you saw how quick he can move. Like, he's not massively encumbered, I think, by his difference.
With the likes of aggressive baby pygmy hippo Mu Deng.
Yeah, Mu Deng was the shit.
Doing the rounds not long ago, and of course Punch the baby monkey this year. Jimothy is simply another creature upon which the internet has placed its affections. As it turns out, its deformity has become accepted as a thing of beauty.
Harambe! Yeah, I remember Harambe. RIP's in chat. Unironic RIPs.
To be frank, I love the idea that an entire city would rally behind the funky little dude and adopt him as their mascot, and it'll be interesting to see if he stays the local celebrity for years to come, and how that might manifest. Perhaps this mainstream adoption of Jimothy demonstrates a shift in how mascots and animals are perceived over the years. A decade or two ago, a raccoon like Jimothy might have been described as ugly or creepy, but now he's celebrated for his looks. Perhaps it is meme culture that has changed this perception, as ugly cute animals, or at least goofy camera angles of them, have definitely become the norm.
I hadn't considered that. That's actually a really good observation. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I think meme culture has made that a better thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's really fucking smart.
Essentially, Jimothy's popularity has spread outside of Seattle and infiltrated the hearts of the rest of the world, as he exists as yet another animal that has become a meme in its own right, following in the footsteps of Mu Deng and Punch the monkey. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next?
I don't, but thank you for the Jimothy related stuff. I turned Trump's entire cabinet into my own Miss USA pageant.
From the moment you book.
Oh, I need to. I'm gonna have to get Preem because it's so fucking shit. Okay, what's this? Oh, hang on.
Greetings, my good bitches. The name's Francis, Coke Francis. I'm an editor, Twitch streamer, drag artist, and I'm here because I'm surrounded by wildfires, and I cannot leave my house. We're back in Trump's America, baby, and boy!
I really wish I weren't here right now.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's gonna be rough times ahead. So that just means that we have to be even louder and more annoying. They think we're annoying now? Wait till I'm through with them. They'll be bending me faster than they already do in airport bathroom stalls.
True.
Like, I hate the sun, but that bitch still shows her unbearably cheerful face every goddamn day, right? So not only are we going to do the same, we're gonna do something that these people have never done in their entire lives, which is have fun with it. They know they're miserable, and now they have even more misery to wallow in. But aside from refusing to let them drag us down with them, the only thing that'll make them more mad is if we live our lives with the same shamelessness as they do. And believe me, I'm well aware that this is easier said than done. Just as you all have, I've seen things these past couple of weeks that have made my heart break and my stomach churn. And I know that there are a lot of people who do not have the luxury of...
What's happened in the last... Oh, this is from a year ago. Oh, shit, okay. Oh, so this would have been just after the inauguration then, I would assume.
Just having fun with this. But if the country...
Oh, it's an hour long. Oh. Chat, don't put stuff that's an hour long in. What? It's an hour long. I can't be... No. What else do we have? Can I be bothered with any of this shite? What can you do when you're replaced by machine? Oh, Jay Draper's cool. Let's have a look. That's even longer. That's an hour and a half. Oh. You know what? We'll do this another time. I'm calling it. It's too hot. I'm still sweating, even though it's fucking... What time is it? 20 to fucking 11 at night, and I'm sweating. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm gonna put in a formal written complaint about this to, like, Weatherman. Weatherman? I don't know how to pronounce it. Do one from me. Is that do one from me, or do you want me to do a video of yours? Thank you, Phantom. You probably did warn me, I just didn't see it. I don't think the fire is helping. There's no Laura K tomorrow. Okay, well, I might not fucking stream then, I don't know. I might just go and fucking sweat. Just sweat a lot. Eating a Twister. I haven't had a Twister in years. I used to love a Twister back in the day. For those who don't know, that's the British ice cream thing. Actually, it might not be British, it might be American. I haven't got a fucking clue. Right, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go. Apologies for the slightly shorter stream, but climatic conditions and just general, I don't know, ennui. Is that the right phrase? Not Thierry Ennui, that's a different thing. Okay, go over to No Justice on YouTube's, and on the Twitches I will send thee over to Cosmopolitics. Go and say hello to those two bad bitches, and I will see you possibly tomorrow. I don't know, but we'll see. If there's no Laura K, we'll have to do something else. How dare she take time off? It's a disgrace. Yeah. Free Palestine. Thank you everyone for all of your support. Free Palestine, and yeah, take care of yourselves. No passing around.